You know, I'm a very big influencer. I have over 5 million followers on my Instagram. So my Facebook, and they're paying me on my Facebook every month. So I'm okay. So they were like, all those money.
Now, this is the audio that caused the frenzy on social media or exposed the whole situation we're in now. In part one, I had talked about the beginning of the whole thing or the background. I'm giving a background to the situation. In this video, we have part 1 to part 5 where we're trying to unbundle the whole happening and look at important issues other than just the gossip. Do well to check out part 1 if you haven't, and if you have, try also to follow the sequel. So before we go into this part, this particular audio is what's brought to light the rots in the system where a lot of people were implicated, and now as a nation we are battling not just to solve the problem but to clear the names of most of the people that were involved in the scandal. I guess if these parts of the audio didn't make it to social media, we would have just been talking about the next audio I'll be playing in this video, which is a squabble between Bobrisky and a supposed friend that he's owing. So this is just to give you a background to understand this part too. Thank you.
Part of the video, a lot of things will be unveiled. First things first, you heard it from Bobrisky. EFCC charged him 15 million naira to remove the money laundry charge that was charged against him. If you remember, when this case against Bobrisky starts, there was a money laundry charge, but from nowhere they dropped the money laundry charge. So obviously Bobrisky paid EFCC 15 million naira to remove the money laundry charge. It's crazy that EFCC claim that they are fighting against financial crime. Do you understand? But they are deeply involved in financial crime. So they remove the money laundering. Anyways, let's continue. There's a lot of things in this call recording.
To my friend, I called my friend, because I can't use my account. I wanted to send money from my account, but they said I'm still under investigation. I cannot withdraw from my account. So I now called a few of my friends. Polanco, Elele. That Polanco, yeah, is my very good friend. So I called him. I told him. He was like, no, I can't want to send the whole. I can't want to send the whole. He now I gave him my brother's account. He now sent 8 million naira. He can't only send the same year.
Yeah.
I was even shocked that he can send that kind of amount of money. He said, Omogidini Oshomopega, a very nice person. So I called Demola. Demola in New York. Is my friend too. Demola sent 1 million naira because I had to call the people I'm close to, people I trust. Demola sent me 1 million. Yeah, Demola sent me 1 million naira immediately. Transferred 1 million naira to my account. Then I called other few people because I can't start making call because I don't know who set me up. So let me not start calling the wrong people. Do you understand?
Sure.
So I called the people I trust. So the money share complete 15 naira I paid. Then I removed.
What I want to talk about is the original intention of the man that published that audio, VDM, very dark man. I'm not a fan of VDM. I've seen most of his post work, or maybe I'm not particularly drawn to him because of his approach, but it doesn't also remove the fact that somebody is doing something somewhere. And then sometimes they don't get it totally, and sometimes they miss it. Sometimes they also do something important. For me, it is picking what I need to pick and throwing away the things I don't want. I don't have particular preferences, neither do I have particular rejection over what he is doing. And then in this particular case, I want to look at his intentions. I think his original intention in releasing that video was to get Bobrisky pay the person he's owing and stop the intended blackmail of that person that he is owing, the same person whom I would think had contacted VDM to help him recover his money. And the same person is going to help in the process of achieving the results he needs. He is going to be providing the information that VDM needs to get the results done. What is that result? I have said it. One, to get the person owing him, pay him his money. The person is Bobrisky. Secondly, to get him stop the supposed blackmail, because in that audio, it was revealed that this young man, Bobrisky, is bent on blackmailing this person such that he will leave the money. That person, it's not clear what business they did together, but whatever it is, they have been acquaintances, clients, or whatever it could be. So they have a form of relationship. Then,
now let me continue. The guy now said, you have 24 hours. Bobrisky said, okay, I'm waiting. The guy said, don't say I didn't warn you. This is not about calling you out. Believe me, you won't like this. You have 24 hours, right? So Bobrisky said, the guy said, then the guy continued. The guy said, I help you when you need it. And this is your payback. Well, good luck. Bobrisky said, I'm waiting for your 24 hours, meaning Bobrisky does not want to pay. The guy said, someone like you is the reason why people don't help people. You have made your intentions clear, but you won't like my action. Bobrisky said, I'm not going to reply you only if you do your worst. You've threatened me, you're wicked. The guy said, I'm wicked. Wow. Bobrisky said, yes, you are wicked. Ever since I've known you, I've always been nice to you. And dare open your mouth to tell me you give me 24 hours. Do you understand? Then he now talk. The guy said, I told you I needed it. The people I promised to pay them 2 days ago already see me as a liar. I told you from jump that's blah, 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 blah. So
somebody that, because of the lifestyle, you know, one thing about that lifestyle is life in the wild. It's almost like life in the wild, and they do all sorts of things to survive. So this guy is somebody who knows the trends, who knows the tactics for which he's been surviving. And he will not stop than use it maximally to his advantage. So, and they don't trust themselves. These people don't trust themselves. Whoever is going to be doing anything with Bobrisky might not totally trust him. So that will inform the recording. You know, these people, when they live the type of lifestyle they live, they don't trust each other. So that could have informed the recording of their conversation. Maybe it's coming handy at the time when he needed to use it. Having exposed the original intention of that audio, I will move on. I will also say that it was in the process of trying to provide the materials for solving his problems that some people were caught in the crossfire. The Falanos were caught in the crossfire, the EFCC caught in the crossfire, and other government agencies caught in the crossfire, like the prison services. And if we are going to follow this case through, if the Nigerian government will follow this case through, I think that it will still drag in a lot of people. Investigations are like dragnets, I will always say. Sometimes it catches even species that were never originally intended. But the question is if they will pull through, which I doubt. It will fizzle out like every other investigation that has come up in Nigeria. Why? Because when the big heads are involved, these things die a natural death. In that audio, listen to the pattern of the conversation. Bobrisky had opined that he asked what could be done. One of the charges, I always say it, that the Nigerian government has first class in piling up charges, summarizing you with charges. But there is this statement that he who alleges must prove. And when they do it without also having done their investigations, and then they will now have the burden of proving those allegations. And they get you in trying to scout for those allegations after they have arrested you, which is very wrong. Has tried to make the case difficult for this young man by including money laundering charges. And in that conversation, she said they never believed that she could command the type of money in her account from what she says she's doing. She had told them that she's a social media influencer. She has YouTube, Facebook, and other social media accounts that pay her. But they never believed that those things could fetch her the amount of money at her disposal. Sorry. We'll come to that. We'll come to whether it's a he or a she. And then in the process, he couldn't also use the said account. He had money, but could not use the account because it's under investigation and has been seized. The young man resorted to asking for aid from maybe friends and any other person that he deemed fit at that time. According to him, he didn't know who had set him up because To her, she feels somebody set her up. She didn't find a justification, or he did not see a justification to believe that what had happened will fetch her the trouble she found herself in. I will be using she and he interchangeably, depending on the time of the events in his life. As at the time of this situation, she was supposedly a she, because the situation that brought her into the mess was, I think, a beauty pageantry or a form of event where she was honored as the best dressed female. According to her in the audio, people were jealous that she had got that honor. And then they are trying to set her up. So he opined that he never knew who was trying to set her up. He never knew who was trying to set her up. He's a he. But at the time of this incident, he was a she. Then the people he called was the person who released this audio to give her some help. And then I suppose the person never trusted her to put their conversation on phone. You know, somebody that is in need. That is the issue. When you're in need, you can do something that you will regret later. Somebody that is in need can go out of his way to do something that he will regret later. In that time when you're trying to convince somebody to give you that amount of money and to tell them why they need to give you such amount of money, there is the tendency that you will spill the beans. And she did. So in trying to convince the person, I told the person that I'm in a mess. I need so amount to clean up at least part of the mess. In that audio, she asked, if you want to remove the money laundering charge, what will it take? About 3 things are involved. What is involved? There is the possibility of removing those charges. If you want to remove it, what will it take? Number one, he is trying to coerce the officers of government. Number two, he is trying to pervert the way of justice. And number three, he saw a loophole in the system. There is that ability to remove charges. You know, if that ability was not there, if that possibility was not there to remove, she wouldn't ask. She already knew the system. He already knew the system. And what happens is that when you find yourself in these situations, those people handling your case from these agencies are the ones that will show you the loopholes from where you can wriggle out. They are the ones that will even suggest it to you to say, if you want us to do this for you, it will only cost you so amount of money. I've been there. Most of us have been there. We have interfaced with either the police and some other agencies at different times. And we saw how it played out. Nobody's going to pretend like these things are not there. So that raises ethical issues and issues of corruption embedded in our system. And we are not looking at it. We are looking at people who are caught in the crossfire. Another thing we see in that audio is that they had reached a bargain, which is 15 million naira, which was paid. And we saw that that charge for money laundering was struck off. Why will you say somebody is laundering money? Because there are some amount of money in their account. Do you know what money laundering is? And the pretense and the hypocrisy is what baffles me. That, you know, since you feel this young man doesn't have the type of job that will fetch him the kind of money in his disposal, you still don't want to dig further to know how he gets his money. This is why the system is not to be trusted. Because in certain crimes, they will want to ascertain the source of your income before they can accuse you of money laundering or whatever they're accusing you of. Not just because there is money in your account. And since they don't believe what you do can fetch you that amount of money, they will have to get to the root of it, which is where they don't want to go to. How does this person rake in this particular these quantities of money? I have seen Bob in so many instances display massive wealth and is in millions and millions of naira and sometimes thousands of dollars.
Is this?
This is 2019.
2019, how much is it?
So this is about 290 million.
You don't win. Now you don't win the interview, people don't do. You are the highest, to be the highest.
Okay, so we don't do audio. We are different from all these Instagram girls.
Yeah.
I'm the mother. When I say Oshe, you say violence.
That might be no man. How much you spend on your interior in total?
Okay, for this house, yes, I spent over 16 million naira.
Eh?
Yes, please.
You buy 6 generator. You just spend money on mommy of Lagos. Yes. Okay, now I see this diamond. Your neck, how much is it?
Okay, this worth $30,000.
$30,000. Damn, say damn.
Damn.
Say, that's crazy.
That's crazy. We don't wear fake. This chair is about 7.5 million.
Oh, really?
Yes.
How about the dining? Is it with the set, dining set?
The set, yes, set.
Okay. Which part are they again?
Yes, so sorry.
Sorry, no, don't cut it, please. I'm amazed by the
The system that wants to probe him, except we just want to keep quiet. We just let it be. But if you want to probe this person, you have to really find out how they get the money. After all, it is Financial Crimes Commission that is involved. Because the case that brought him to EFCC was the issue of money mutilation, but in the process they added money laundering because they felt they saw a huge amount of money in his account. But you still don't want to push through. So this wishy-washy, this what do I call it? This haphazard approach in handling cases in our country is why we haven't gone far, and why everything will just be entertainment. And when this money laundering charge was dropped, they were still bent on prosecuting this guy. And they continued with the Naira mutilation charge. When that case came up, I was asking some questions because I saw the way it is handled. We all have our biases, but the truth will always be the truth. The way that case was handled, it was like, is it really about this money laundering, Naira mutilation charge? Is it really about this Naira mutilation or Naira abuse, or there's something else? It looks like this guy has a full cup, and we just have to use this opportunity to curb him. It looks like this guy he's finally in our net, and it is time to take a pound of flesh. So the way it was handled, a lot of people frowned at it. If we want to be honest, let's be honest. If we want to be biased, let's be biased. So the way that matter was handled raised some eyebrow, because it's like it's an opportunity to tame this guy, and let's take it. Then, even within the same time, there were people who were also involved in the same crime, and they got free. I'll come to that. The same time, I think E-Money was also involved in the same situation, but he got free. And the question is it because he could pay his way out, or because he had a good lawyer, or because of what? Then, I had talked about the culture that took Bobrisky to prison. Another national question it is raising is the issue of the identity of this person, the personality, the orientation, the identification of this person.